Hi, it's Michelle from Movement Lesson, and we are continuing this series on buoyancy. Yes, this is a pantyhose with my little ping pong balls. One of the things I like to talk about is what I feel babies have as an absolute horizon. Now, I'm going to show you on me and also on my not so much Madison, but with videos that I have. But when a baby first starts to move, each vertebrae is a separate unit. Now, I get it. We are so used to thinking about our spine. Now, as you can see, my ping pong balls are not lined up perfectly, but what I'm trying to show you here is if I put them in the water, right, and then you can see different factors of buoyancy. Now, let's say this ping pong ball is being a little bit higher. No difference than if you have spinal stenosis, let's say. But as a baby moves around, you see how the system connects as a whole. All of this from the spine goes into their brain, and this neural maps their absolute horizon. So obviously the absolute horizon would be straight. I can't fit all these ping pong balls straight in the water. I'll go here. But as your spine just moves up and down, this is what a baby does. So when they're breathing, right, they back breathe. So when they breathe, they kind of push the balls down of the vertebrae and it comes back. So as I reach and as I reach, do you see the same mechanism that I feel every time I give a movement lesson, or I don't feel, let's say, with a child that's been in the NICU too long, has had too many surgeries, someone that's had a stroke, cerebral palsy, all of those kind of movements. Do you see how supple each ball is? That's your vertebrae. So your brain will organize around this. That's one of your first milestones that happens or should happens. And once that absolute horizon is taken place, when I now move a child, right, do you see how this spine organizes to where it is in space? So if I'm putting a baby down into the crib, I'm sure you've felt it where they suddenly startle. Now, people say that's a flight or flight or a moro or those kind of things. Yes, you can technically call it that, but I can guarantee you if a baby can't be placed into a crib, this mechanism has not established in their system. They have not developed their absolute horizon, which every milestone in a person's body is going to organize off of. The absolute horizon comes first, and then later on it's absolute vertical. Once the vertical has established, then just like a plot graph, X and Y, now the system can start to counter, go into counter opposition. But until these two mechanisms have established and interacted, any baby that's counter opposing, I can tell you right now, they have cerebral palsy, or they're at high risk for, excuse me. So that means that their vertebrae suddenly kinks out. They literally have to push it back to put it in. And that's the startle that you'll start to see. And you can see, like, I'm messing with this water real quick. And that's where a baby, quote, has to startle to calm themselves or to stabilize this so they can get this back functioning as much as possible. But I can guarantee you that, like an eye nystagmus, look what it's doing to the system. And this is where you need to start looking at movement, not, I'd say, to the level that I do, but I want you to understand where movement comes from, because when you understand the origin, that's when you can make the changes. So just like I'm playing a piano, do you see that again? So now watch this video that I have of the baby just moving here, and he's just days old. But we're seeing the hands and the feet, and oh, a cute baby. I'm looking at this. There should be an organism. Now here's a baby on his belly. The same thing where the back is just learning where it is in space, because it can create this level of buoyancy within the system. Now, if I'm 65 years old, right, and I haven't played in a while, I have trouble getting it up and down, I have osteoporosis, I have a scoliosis, a kyphosis. These same things come into play, and I'm going to show you that in the next video when, let's say, a ping pong ball is malfunctioned, and you start to see where there's deviations within the buoyancy within the spine. I'm also going to show you here, which I can show, but the absolute vertical, here I'll do 3 balls. See, the buoyancy now starts going in a vertical, whereas right now it's a horizontal. And I, again, will show you that, and we'll get the fish tank back up and going. So this is just in the series of the buoyancy. Now, I felt that this video was so important that I'm offering it to you now on YouTube. It's free. I have a lot of resources. So this is on my subscription site. It's $10 a month, $75 a year for the moment. And I offer my instructional videos so parents and practitioners can learn. I'm doing a class on buoyancy. This is just one of the many videos within the series, but I really felt it's important because I have a really good discussion going on right now in my private group on Facebook, which you can join. It's for Movement Lesson for Parents and Practitioners. But really understanding where our movement comes from, whether you're a physician, a therapist of another trade, a parent. Does your baby's system, does your child's system respond to movement like this? When I work on somebody, see how they come back and they meet me. And this is where I talk about the tonus within the spine, and this is how I'm doing a lesson. But if I see a system and they've got that staccato, again, that nystagmus, or nothing, all of those kind of things, they need to learn how to initiate your first milestone, and that's the absolute horizon. But it's also the key to the way our bodies govern the law of buoyancy within their system. Really, thank you for joining me on this video, and I hope you see me in the next one. Please hit the subscribe button, and you will get other movement lesson videos that will help you with your family or your practice. Thank you very much.